Good evening. I'm Steve Jobs from Apple Computer. We're very glad to be here tonight.
Hello, I am Macintosh. It sure is great to get out of that bed.
The MacBook Pro, iPod, iPhone.
Stephen Jobs figures heroically in the history of American entrepreneurship. At the age of 22, he founded a company called
Stephen Jobs has a penchant for the Western casual and a love of the scenic outdoors. And in the Silicon Valley, Jobs is the classic example.
Stephen Jobs is a 27-year-old multimillionaire whose large fortune is built on something little, the personal computer. It is becoming so commonplace that many of us are becoming
The computer problem at Cape Canaveral was distressing, perhaps, but for most Americans, not totally surprising. As a society, we've become used to computer problems of one kind or another.
The personal computer boom has been a boom to one company in particular. It has become the Big Apple in this land of high technology. Since the Apple Computer Company was founded 5 years ago, its sales have skyrocketed from about $100,000 to more than $100 million. Stephen Jobs helped build the first Apple computer in his garage. He is now 26 years old and is chairman of the board. And he sees his computer's future as the future of mankind.
If I had never dropped out, I would have never dropped in on that calligraphy class, and personal computers might not have the wonderful typography that they do. Of course, it was impossible to connect the dots looking forward when I was in college, but it was very, very clear looking backwards 10 years later. Again, you can't connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect them looking backwards.
You know what I'm noticing about my generation? Well, for one, my generation is very weird. We're very strange. We have so many new things and so many new people with the internet and technology coming at us at such a fast rate that we're forgetting about the people who were great.
Look like from today on. This is iMac.
It's been a long time coming since I seen your face. I've been everywhere and back trying to replace everything that I had till my feet went numb. Praying like a fool, it's been on the run. Heart's still beating, but it's not working. It's like $1 million phone that you just can't ring. I reached out trying to love, but I feel nothing. Yeah, my heart is numb. But with you,
The people who changed things. The people who revolutionized their time.
Humans are tool builders. You can change it. You can influence it. You can build your own things that other people can use.
If you live each day as if it was your last, someday you'll most certainly be right.
And we shouldn't be forgetting about these people. Instead, we should be looking at what they did and learning from them and using that to change our world.
When you grow up, you tend to get told that the world is the way it is, and your life is just to live your life inside the world, try not to bash into the walls too much.
If we live in a world where we literally have history at our fingertips, why are we forgetting about it?
But life, that's a very limited life. Life can be much broader once you discover one simple fact.
You can do something.
And that is everything around you that you call life.
Steve Jobs didn't just create a company. He didn't just create Apple or a computer.
Was made up by people that were no smarter than you.
His purpose was beyond that. He wanted to put a dent in the universe. His purpose was to advance the human race.
But while his body grew frail, that mind, that drive, never quit.
So you have to trust that the dots will somehow connect in your future. You have to trust in something, your gut, destiny, life, karma, whatever. Because believing that the dots will connect down the road will give you the confidence to follow your heart, even when it leads you off the well-worn path. And that will make all the difference.
So for me, a computer has always been a bicycle of the mind, something that takes us far beyond our inherent abilities.
We live in a time where it's easier to change the world than ever. Anybody can do it. The just the device in your pocket, ironically created by Steve Jobs. See, Steve Jobs not only changed the world, but he made it easier for the people who came after him to change it in the future.
Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. About the only thing you can't do is ignore them, because they change things. They push the human race forward. While some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do.
Down the street the dogs are barking, and the day is getting dark. As the night comes in falling, the dogs lose the bark, and the silent night will shatter from the sounds inside my mind. And I'm one too many mornings and 1,000 miles behind. From the crossroads of my doorstep, my eyes start to fade, and I turn my head back to the room where my love and I have laid, and I gaze back to the street, the sidewalk and the sign.